Hello, I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching TopTenzNet, and in the video today we're looking at the top 10 indestructible products that you can use today. If only we could bid for a Clark Kent-esque supersuit on eBay, life would be pretty awesome if we were invincible. Ridiculous daydreams aside though, some people are hard at work developing indestructible materials. No one has yet succeeded, but while we're waiting there are a few things you can get your hands on today that do come pretty close. Number 10. The Embassy Tactical Pen. Everyone hates rummaging for a pen only to find that it's out of ink. Even worse are ink explosions that always ruin your favorite bag or pair of pants. It's time we took a stand against faulty pen manufacturing, and well, the Embassy Tactical Pen does just that. It's made from top-notch aircraft quality aluminium and stainless steel, and the top is designed to fit on securely, so you no longer have to worry about your pen marks messing up your nice clothes. The Tactical Pen was designed for military personnel, but who says that we don't need this type of technology in the corporate world? No one likes to watch their pen roll off the desk every time the building's AC turns on, or even worse, that awkward twist of your fingers that launches your pen across the room. You won't have any of these problems with this indestructible piece of inked-up machinery, considering that it weighs as much as a roll of nickels. Number 9. The Kaventsmann Triggerfish Bronze A2 Watch. If whatever is currently on your wrist can't withstand a blast from a whopping 10 pounds of C4, you need to consider replacing it with the Kaventsmann Triggerfish Bronze A2, the most indestructible watch known to man. This thing can survive an explosion, and it's been tested up to 300 bars of pressure. This means that if you ever find yourself deep-sea fishing, you'll know what time it is right up until you're 3,000 meters deep. So if you ever need to tell the time during the apocalypse, it's going to be a good idea to have one of these watches on hand. Luckily, the watch is a lot more stylish than the name makes it sound. Number 8. Tungsten Ring. Tungsten carbide is fairly new to the jewelry market. Designed to last forever, tungsten rings keep their luster longer than gold, silver, and even platinum. Plus, they're inexpensive, making them a good wedding band choice for men and women who are prone to losing their valuables. Tungsten resists pressure, and it doesn't bend or break nearly as easily as other metals. There are a host of online videos of people whacking away at their rings with hammers just to prove that it is totally indestructible. Tungsten gets its claim to durability from its score on the Mohs hardness scale. Diamonds reign supreme with a perfect 10 rating. Gold and platinum rank between 2.5 and 4, while tungsten pulls out a close second place, scoring a 9. So it's not totally indestructible, but when you have a ring made from the hardest metal known to man and encounter a way to break it, you probably have a bigger problem on your hands than the safety of your ring. Number 7. The Yachiyo Metal Rug. No need to make your guests take their shoes off at the door. The Yachiyo Metal Rug is made from galvanized steel links and built to last for eternity. Thousands of wires are looped by hand to create the three-dimensional work of art. Messy belongings won't tear up the floor ever again, and you won't have to attack your floor with a dustbuster and a bottle of stain remover every week. When laid down, the rug gives off the illusion of being a cube. Just be careful not to take a spill on it, or you'll find that it stings for a while. Creative designers from Philippe Malouin masterminded this labor-intensive design and put in 3,000 hours for work. A close-up on the handiwork is just as stunning as the rug appears from afar. It's all the more impressive when you consider that most people would rather chew off their own ankles than sit and painstakingly loop together thousands of little rings. Number 6. Hurricane-proof monolithic dome home. Doomsday preppers have come up with all kinds of materials and designs to save their loved ones from potential danger, but it's hard to prepare yourself for the big shebang when you don't really know what it's going to be like. Everyone has their theory, which has led to a number of bunkers and compounds being built, but one home stands out from the rest. In Pensacola, Florida, the monolithic dome home is famous for its seemingly indestructible construction. The half-dome, shell-like home is reinforced with 5 miles of steel. After laughing in the face of 4 of Florida's most catastrophic hurricanes, people are beginning to understand why Valerie and Mark Sigler invested $7 million into their home's one-of-a-kind design. The Siglers were inspired to construct their Mother Nature-resistant residence after losing their last home to a hurricane. Designed to withstand winds of up to 300 miles per hour, this fortress, it looks like it's here to stay. Number 5. Bulletproof Suit. It's hard out there in the corporate world. Sometimes you have to step on a few toes to get where you're going, and wanting to protect yourself from retaliation is a natural reaction. Now you can do that and avoid looking tacky at the same time. No one wants to wear a bulky bulletproof vest while walking around the office, but the Diamond Armor Company decided that men should be able to look suave and be stealthily protected at the same time. A $3.2 million price tag may come as a shock, but the bulletproof suit is diamond encrusted, stain resistant, and even equipped with onboard air conditioning. The fabric is riddled with 880 black diamonds, along with 600 more in the lapels and stitching, and a radiant 280 in the buttons. Although you'll be walking around with 140 carats draped on your body, you can look stylish when you walk through a rain of bullets and don't even break a sweat. That's thanks to the air conditioning. Number 4. Bulletproof public toilet. Usually, the worst thing you have to worry about when using a public bathroom is an empty toilet roll holder. But if you're in China's Zhongguang Village Plaza and are concerned that bullets are going to fly at you while you handle your business, you can be treated to even greater luxuries. This 15-ton bathroom cost $100,000 to make, but not even dynamite can damage it. The Chinese government constructed it as part of a series of speculative anti-terrorist products, making this bulletproof bathroom the safest in the world. Unfortunately, it doesn't do many of the locals much good. At first, it only had instructions in English and French, and even once Chinese instructions were added, it remains an awfully conspicuous place to answer nature's call. Number 3. The ioSafe N2 Indestructible Hard Drive. You trust your computer's hard drive to store all of your most valuable digital possessions. And from family photos to business files, we think we're safe storing them on these mobile devices. But what happens when your hard drive or memory card gets lost or damaged? That's why we have the ioSafe N2, a heat, fire, and water-resistant hard drive. Users can keep it securely padlocked, and the dual hard drives are wrapped in a nearly indestructible steel shell. The two drives are mirror copies, so if one fails, you don't have to worry about having a backup. And we're not talking about regular heat and water resistance. The hard drive will keep your files safe for up to 3 days in 10 feet of salt water, while a rear exhaust system and vent prevents flames from entering the tank. So if you don't have enough time to build an ark or are under a surprise flamethrower attack, at least your hard drive will stay intact. Number 2. The Toyota Hilux. The indestructible truck is like a miniature tank. It's as close to the definition of indestructible as any truck has ever come. Of course, you can't say that without someone coming in and challenging you, which is why Toyota drove the Hilux across the Antarctic. The journey lasted just under 6,000 miles, and the Hilux came out unscathed. Arctic trucking professionals zooped up the Hilux with jet fuel and let it loose to square off with the tundra. The transmission was fixed with crawler gears, the massive tires are 17 times larger than standard wheels, and the 280-litre gas tank gives Guzzler a new definition. If your pockets are deep enough though, and you feel the need to drive up a mountain or drop a minivan onto your vehicle, the Hilux, well, it's just what you've been looking for. Number 1. Indestructible Tires. Potholes, extreme heat, and deranged X's can really do a number on your car's tires. The best offense, though, is a good defense, and the best way to protect yourself against finding a flat tire is to use an airless tire. Designed by Polaris, these experimental tires are both shock-resistant and bulletproof, and will keep trekking for a good 1,000 miles after being hit with long rail spikes. The outer band of the tire is wrapped around honeycomb spokes that adjust to the road while keeping rocks and debris from messing up your groove. Now just imagine a set of these babies on the Hilux. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button below, and don't forget to subscribe. Brand new videos just like this every day of the week. Also check out some of our other videos, which are over there on the right. And as always, thank you for watching.